So I wanted to address Farmer 1553's question here about what do you do if your wife never wants to have sex? And I want to thank you for that question, sir, because so many men go through that. Let's first off talk about it. If you're masturbating in marriage, you're disrespecting the marriage because sex is to be between the two of you for pleasure, not just one of you receiving pleasure for themselves. Secondly, is if that is what you're doing while you're married, you are likely using porn to meet that satisfaction, which is, Jesus said, even looking upon a woman lustfully as a married man, you have already committed adultery in your heart. So, to answer your question, I first say to figure out the reason why the sex has stopped in your marriage. Now, this is going to require some pretty brutal honesty with yourself. Don't worry about what she does or doesn't do. Think about yourself and how you treat her, how you talk to her, and do you make her feel sexy and wanted and loved? You know, as men, we tend to get away from these things the longer we're in a relationship. But women require that because their sex drive is more emotionally attached than it is for men. So you have to really do an inspection of your marriage and your part and ask yourself, are you doing what you should to make her feel desired? Now, the next thing is to make actionable changes, like bring her roses out of the blue, set up date nights, and also making sure that you get yourself physically attractive for her. Take care of yourself and get in better shape. Don't sit around in dirty old t-shirts and unkept beards, and don't cuss like a sailor. These are things that we get comfortable in because we think it doesn't really matter anymore. But when you realize that sex drive and attractiveness goes down for your wife in regards to you, then suddenly it does become important, right? So also, be open and honest with her and talk to her about it. Tell her how you're feeling and your frustrations, but don't do it in a condemning way, but rather a sharing way. And ask her what you can do to make her want to submit to you more. Then don't be offended by the answer she may give you that is bothering her, but listen to them and understand her. Also increase your spiritual time with her. Read the Bible with her and pray with her in an intimate time like right before bed. Here's a great romantic passage to read. Read her the book of Song of Songs. It comes right after Psalms. You're going to thank me later. So next is taking away all the temptations and triggers that make you want to masturbate. Stop looking at the sites. Put your phone away from your bed at night so it's not convenient to grab in the middle of the night, right? Put it up on a nightstand or in another room. And use the pray and scripture method that I described in the previous video. This is a really quick synopsis, and I would suggest getting with a pastor for some marriage counseling and perhaps a secular marriage counselor after that to make sure you get to the root of the issues that may be causing the problem. Thanks again for your question, and I hope everything works out well for you and some of these things help you.